So just recently at JWT we've introduced two new global creative briefs for the network. The first is a new creative brief and the second is what we're calling a revisions brief. Why did we want to introduce these briefs? Well, I think everyone is very well aware of the world being a very different place to the past, different in media, different in technology, different in the way consumers are relating to brands and communication. And for us to create work that would resonate in this new world, it was important that we attend to the way we brief our work. And I think we needed a creative brief that could provide several things to be very contemporary and forward-facing. It first needed to provide some certainty around the role of the creativity. Now there are almost infinite options which can be the answers to a creative brief. It's very important that we have one focused problem that we're trying to solve with any of these options to help us judge them. The second thing was to recognize the importance these days of consumer response and how there are so many different ways in which consumers can now literally respond to communication. They can blog about it, they can rate it, they can forward it to friends, they can press the red button, they can chat to other people, they can do so many things in this digital world. And we needed a brief that can recognize the sophistication of that response. Also very importantly is to ensure we have media or channel thinking as part of this creative development process, because of course more and more the context of an idea is just as important as the content as they work together. The revisions brief is particularly important at this last point, because what we wanted to be able to have is not just great ideas at the beginning of creative development, but for those ideas to be kind of clearly protected and their value preserved as they have to go through many meetings and analysis and research and so on. And we keep their potency throughout. And this revisions brief is a structured way and a disciplined way of us being very, very clear on the conversations. How many times do we see a Chinese whispers approach going through creative development and an idea appears at the end which was very different to what people thought it was going to be at the beginning? And these two briefs, the creative brief and the revisions brief, are now briefs that the whole of JWT network is using. We now have one brief. We share the same language. We have the same vocabulary. We have a common currency now in the way we talk about creativity and how to inspire creativity. And that generally makes us a more powerful organization for our ability to collaborate and share and help each other. So I'm very excited about these briefs, and I'll be very hopeful that they will produce very modern, very effective work for all our brands.